No. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a reading for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or in your environment. Keep in mind, tarot is entertainment. If it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to check other aspects of your chart and some of my other videos as we get started, guys. I welcome you to check the description box as well as the community board. There's a lot of information there and you'll see why. So after the video, go take a look. As we get started with the reading, keep in mind that we do have some live discussions and courses that are being loaded today in Patreon. So the link is in the description box if you want to join us in our Kabbalic Tree of Life reading or just get the information. For some of you that miss the recording, it will be pre-recorded so you can still get the full reading, and there's many details if you're interested in learning. Now, here we've been talking about abundance and money for some of y'all, and I appreciate that energy, but for others of you, there is an energy of a liar. Okay, so I have the Three of Cups here on the bottom of the deck with the Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like there may have been some lying in the past. You guys have had the Seven of Swords, so it could have been, somebody stole your heart, honey. And it's like, maybe they lied. I don't know. But moral values and a way of thinking could be something. Somebody could have felt taken advantage of. Okay. With the Three of Cups, it is important. And you have to take into account the cards made for this. So look, we got the 6 as in the Lovers and the 9 as in liberation and independence. And I think that's like the yin and the yang energy. So some sort of peace and harmony over here in the current energy, because in the past, I feel like there may have been some backstabbing or somebody went behind your back and done something. People gathering, gossiping, okay? And then what I think is funny about the Three of Cups, usually there's like 3 women, but one of the women have their back turned face to us, like the readers of the card. You may not think that's an important detail because people gather in circles all the time, but there are other ways to draw 3 women celebrating without seeing, someone with their back turned. So when someone has their back turned to us, we can't see what they're doing. Okay. And then if we can't see what they're doing, there could be some suspicion or some wonder there. Okay. Some of you where there's this lying kind of energy or cheating or backstabbing, if there are any insecurities, and some of us may be in denial, but some of you, it's kind of like maybe you just think that. But we will move forward with the reading to see how it comes up. I don't feel like you're tripping. I don't feel like you think that. I think depending on who you're dealing with, because we did have the Star card end the extended version of the daily vibe. And so somewhere maybe where Aquarius falls in the chart, or if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or maybe Source was just giving me that card, because personally, I feel like Aquarians are liars. They lie like Eve motherfucking for no reason. The only other people I know that lie more than Aquarius would be Libra or Pisces. And I'm sorry, Pisces. I say that, and I am a Pisces, but it's that dominant energy. Most male Pisces, I feel, lie like Aquarius. You could say, oh, that's just you. Okay, it's not what I experienced, and I will totally take that and high five you, baby. But in me reading the cards to help deliver a message, it may not be about Aquarius or Pisces or Libra, but just the energy of a liar. Okay? So with the Lovers coming out in this particular card, the Lovers, it does represent your path. Okay? So it's like, don't take it hard, take it with a grain of salt, because as you move forward on your path, or maybe we're talking about the feminine and masculine energies, maybe there's a portion of you that kind of acts like this, and maybe you get to see yourself through others. I have experienced that in life myself, where you meet people and it's kind of like a mirror. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But it also talks about choices, and you guys had the Two of Swords, or the stingray, that came up in the daily vibe. So choices, soulmate, fate, decisions. All right. It also talks about duality, and then we got Adam and Eve here. So if we got Adam and Eve here, who is the other person with their back turned? Like, what is that about, right? Communication, balance, and then it talks about carnal desire, and I think about the cardinal. Somebody's really choosy when it comes to love, because The major arcana number 6 also talks about discernment, and so judgment and how you see things. It does rule Gemini with the planetary association of Mercury, as today is Wednesday, right? And I feel like that is Mercury's day. We are in Mercury retrograde, so just keep in mind about that. And so there could be two choices usually when the Gemini card comes up or the lovers come up. So somebody may be turning their back against one thing, but still have multiple options to choose from. And so if that's something that a person is keeping from you, especially if these are in relationships, friendships, businesses, just keep that in mind. The lovers is about falling in love, sexual attraction, and taking a relationship to another level. But there could be a tremendous amount of sexual attraction or a declaration of feelings. So for some of you, that 7 of Swords could talk about, hidden feelings, hidden emotions, especially if there are blocks with that 2 of Swords, wounds and things that haven't been healed in the past. Just keep in mind that the Lover's card comes after rigid rules of the Emperor, who dwells in the earthly plane, and the Hierophant, who dwells in the realm of doctrine. But now you have to make a spiritual decision. So one that's governed by the stars. And we did have the stars come out, the moon, and the laws of the spirit. So these laws are not governed by the land, the earth, or structure, but your heart, the air, the spiritual realm. And I also saw the King of Swords. So I think I was being prepared for this reading in your daily vibe, which is absolutely beautiful. And I like that. I don't know why. I do like being in the control of my life, right? Like, why not? Because if you're not in control of your life, you can feel like it's spinning out of control and you have no control and life is just happening to you. However, from what I just kind of explained with the Lover's card, with the stars, with something, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So it's like where it's governed by the stars and the laws of the moon, and the moon is consciousness and emotions, and the water. It's kind of like, it takes me back to that reading where it's like, it's not about you. And as I'm doing this, I'm watching 2 little birds. Like, one bird sat in front of me all the beginning of this reading, and it just flew off with another bird. So that's kind of cool. Okay. I definitely love that. So if this is about feelings, like I said, with the 7 of Swords, if there's like hidden feelings or too many options or something like that, you're definitely thinking, or someone is thinking of you in a romantic way and feel deeply and intensely connected to you. I saw the 7 of Wands. So as we talk about the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands is kind of like resisting that. Okay, so it's like, I don't want it, or something like that. And then 777 also talks about luck. Okay, and 7 plus 7 plus 7. We have 21, which is the World card, which is also blackjack and a gamble. And with that Wheel of Fortune, how things turn out in our fate or our favor or not in our favor for some of you, because the 9 of Pentacles is either releasing something is going to be released, as in possibly this gossip. Now, if there are relationships, and I don't care if it's a cosmic kind of message where, we've had couples that are superstars, go through divorces publicly, or somebody coming out releasing some text messages or some pictures. When it comes to backstabbing and gossiping and lying, that could be in the environment. And it has absolutely nothing to do with Pisces, but it's in the energy, and we all live on this planet. So if it doesn't resonate, you don't have to try to make it. It could be your friends, it could be you, or just feel free to be entertained. But the 9 of Pentacles coming out could talk about feeling trapped. Trapped in a gilded cage. So look, it's like, I don't know. You see, ain't this cute though? Or isn't it? Okay. So where there may have been 4 birds, then there's 3, then there's 2. And it's like, where do you get 4 birds from? Well, the feathers kind of remind me of swords. Okay, so we got 4 swords here where it talks about logic, and it talks about rest and meditation and not communicating. And then we have the cube of, the 3 and the 6 and the 9, the universal laws, as we talked about laws, where it talks about acceptance, and it talks about not resisting, and it talks about a whole bunch of things. So some of you can look into our cup anatomy class and see exactly what the whole Tesla and the 369 and universal law thing is. But this is here as the outcome or the advice. So I may look into it more today myself. maybe something you could be interested in looking into, especially coming out of this, with this being the challenge. There could be some laws and some energies and some things that you can do to even improve your finances or your love life. So that's cool. But the Nine of Pentacles talks about abundance, luxury, and wealth. Okay, some of us, you turn your back to this over here, which could be dealing with situationships that don't ultimately involve like romance and love. And it's kind of like, oh, look at that little baby bird. They're so tiny. Okay, anyway. It may not necessarily involve, heartfelt emotion and the moon and all that kind of stuff. So for you, it's kind of like, I'm just going to focus on my abundance, luxury, wealth, and success. It also talks about being elegant for some of us, and having focus, but it's an energy of freedom. All right. So where we could have the feeling of being trapped in a gilded cage. If it were in the reverse, it's upright. So we have, the feeling of freedom. Now, if it were in the reverse, the funny thing is we have the other woman. Okay, so just imagine where we have the two birds over here and the one bird over here, and the challenging aspect are these two, and then the outcome is this one. Okay, so here's releasing yourself from something, and some of you may be the other person. Okay, where you've been hospitable and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, I'm not doing it. Venus in Virgo is also a very loving, energy, and it talks about material gain. So something is to be gained from this. And others of you, I don't want to say gold digger, but I am getting an energy of, your financial future that's being suggested outside of, the lovers and the love thing. But in the Nine of Pentacles, that love comes from within yourself and all around you. So understanding the difference between object-oriented love, commonly called lust, and true love for everything around her. So she loves her garden, her body, the birds, the snails. Kind of sound like me. She understands them all and is filled with compassion for everything around her. She is in touch with her natural world and is radiating from a place of love. This is the way she can attract people that will truly love her. Because at the bottom of the deck, I don't know what this is, but it ain't necessarily healthy, okay, with this line and this bullshit and this too many options and all this other shit. It's just kind of like, if you want to attract a solid lover, or as you move forward on your path, it seems like your abundance and your love and this shift in your love life comes from within, okay? Now, as we have the Three of Cups and it's like somebody's thinking about you, the Nine of Pentacles as feelings does say someone thinks you have it all. They may be feeling secure, safe, and very comfortable around you. They may also think that you are out of their league. So thinking this will lead to feeling of intrigue, but a distance will be kept. So it's kind of like letting somebody chase you, the thrill of the chase, like giving them a little mystery. But be mindful of that, because they can feel like, okay, she out of my league, or he's out of my league, and I ain't fucking with it. But as your strength or advice, the Nine of Pentacles draws on the strengths from your surroundings, which are most likely beautiful. So at least you see the beauty in it. You are strong, independent, organize your beautiful life, and you'll have the keys to success. And that is the overall message of Venus in Virgo, Pisces. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. I love reading you guys' comments. So tell me how this is playing out in your lives, or how much you liked the video. If it did not resonate, keep in mind it could be in your environment. And just be mindful of those lying-ass Aquariuses. Okay, I'm just playing, because I got Aquarius in my chart, and I don't really lie a lot. All right? Until next time, namaste.